Remember those bracelets everyone used to wear? WWJD. What would Jesus do? I've been thinking about that today and how far we've drifted from even asking the question. Because when I look at a lot of self-described Christian politicians and politics now, it feels less like what would Jesus do and more like what would my favorite billionaire donor do. And if this kind of content resonates, give me a like, share, or follow. It helps. So what would Jesus do about money? Probably not give giant tax breaks to people hoarding more wealth than they could ever spend, while families can't afford groceries or rent. What would Jesus do about healthcare? Turn healthcare into a profit machine? Deny people care because their card declined? Or sit with the sick and heal them for free? What would Jesus do about the poor? Call them lazy from a TV studio? Or remember, whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me? What would Jesus do about war? Send billions in bombs and call it peace? Or bless the peacemakers and tell us to love our enemies? What would Jesus do about immigrants and refugees? Demonize them as a threat? Or remember his own story started as a baby whose family had to flee violence? And what would Jesus do about power? Pose with gold-plated everything? Or wash people's feet and say, the greatest among you will be your servant? Here's the part that really scares me. A lot of people have fused our faith with our politics so tightly that we can't tell where one ends and the other begins. Our party becomes our identity. Being right becomes more important than being honest. So if our side does something cruel, we don't question it. We defend it. We twist ourselves into knots to excuse the very things we'd rage about if the other side did it. At that point, it's not, what would Jesus do? It's, what would my team do, and how do I call that holy? I'm not saying that to shame anybody. I'm not claiming I got it all figured out. I'm just saying, if you wear the bracelet, if you claim the name, you don't get to turn around and cheer for policies that look nothing like the person you say you follow. So maybe it's time to bring that old question back. Not, what would my party do? Not, what would my favorite pundit or politician do? What would Jesus actually do about hoarding, about bombs, about healthcare, about the poor right now? If that question makes us uncomfortable, that's not the devil attacking us. That might just be our conscience waking up.